This is a man who claims he shot, and I believe him, 2 Bigfoot. He buried them. Bugs, best you can with the time we've got, tell us.
You want it from the beginning?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I believe this is either December 76 or January 77. Me and a couple buddies of mine by the name of BirdDog and Jim were out hunting. Back and during that period of time, these varmints, goats, bobcats, coons, boy, they bring a lot of money. There was a lot of nights we'd go out and hunt all night and come home with $2,000. So this particular night, we was back up north, and we were making our run toward the house. It was probably 4:35 o'clock in the morning.
And by the way, this is in Texas.
It is in Texas.
Panhandle of Texas, I guess we can
That is correct.
Okay, go ahead.
And we were coming down this road heading south, and we wanted to come down by a creek, which I won't name at this point. And there was a wheat field on the north side of this creek. It was about a quarter mile wide and about a mile long. And before you got to the creek, there was a series of hills you had to go up and over. And you know, we travel about 10, maybe 15 miles an hour with a spotlight going back and forth looking for eyes. And when we come up over this hill and our lights went down on the wheat field, we seen a set of eyeballs. So we immediately put the spotlights on it. We drove on down, keeping it in sight, because at that point we was probably 350 yards from it. We drove on down probably another 150 yards, and we were straight almost north of it. And BirdDog jumped out and come across the cab with his rifle, and he says to me something to the effect, "What the heck is that?" Well, immediately Jim, he jumped out of the pickup, put his rifle on it, and I put mine on it. And I said, "I think it's a bear," because it was something squatted down out there in the middle of the wheat field. And I said, "Let's kill it." We all three fired at the same time. It dropped. We jacked another round in the chamber, each one of us, and it got up and took off running. And we fired again, and it dropped again, and it ran and jumped over the fence and went down into the creek. We didn't know what the heck it was at that point. Didn't know if it was a bear or what, because it was running like a human. We went down and played around, whatever, until it got light enough where we could see. We went back down to the point where it jumped the fence and went into the creek, and we could see blood drop. We followed the blood drops up to a plum thicket, and we could hear a growling in there, and nobody wanted to go in the plum bushes to see what it was. Me being young and dumb and having a 44 Magnum pistol, I decided I'd go in the plum bushes. So I go in there, and I guess I was in 15, 20, 30 feet, something like that. And I still couldn't see anything. And then all of a sudden, right in front of me, I could see this one creature down on the ground. Another one was sitting there at his head and growling at me. And I had my 44, and it came up like it was coming toward me. And I fired once, and it staggered. I cocked the hammer again, and it come toward me again, or leaned like it was coming toward me again. I fired again, and over backwards it went. It hit the ground. And we got him out, looked at him, and Art, it scares me to this day still. That female had breasts on her just like a woman. She had the female organ. The male had the organ. The only
they were covered with hair?
Yes, they were covered with hair, kind of a reddish brown hair, solid across. Their brow was a little bit higher than a human. They had no